David, let's jump right in. Tough road ahead here for the jobs report. What do you think the Biden-Harris administration is struggling to add jobs to the economy? Why is this such a problem for them? And is it too early to predict how the holiday season is going to shape up?
I don't know if it's too early to predict how the holiday season is going to shape up, but it's getting more and more difficult to prop up the economy with government funds. You know, we're running debts and deficits that are really, truly too large to sustain. I look at the markets for really my indicators, and bull markets are not led by utilities. A lot of Americans out there trying to figure out whether we're in recession, approaching recession, or somehow magically the Fed is going to stick the landing. They've only been able to pull that off once in the last half century, with the exception of 1984. Every time the Fed initiates a cutting cycle, a recession follows, in part because they're likely too late.
And John, we did see the unemployment rate tick up slightly down. It's 4.2%, I believe. We now know that the Fed is paying close attention to monitor the interest rates. How will this latest impact, the numbers here, will impact the decisions made by Jerome Powell and company?
Well, you know, this lower than expected reading on payrolls for the month of August assures a rate cut come September 18th of at least 25 basis points. They could go 50 basis points. Right now, the futures market believes that by the end of this year, we will have Fed funds down at about 4.38%. So that's off a percentage point from the current 5.38%. As David said, that may be too little, too late. 4.38% Fed funds is still well above the latest annual rate of inflation. The real federal funds rate is a burden for the U.S. economy. I think it'll be nearly impossible for the Fed to pull off a rescue mission for the U.S. economy that prevents the arrival of a recession, perhaps at least at some point no later than early 2025.
And let's talk retail here, David. Macy's, it's having a rough go as well. It's going to close at least 55 of their stores nationwide by the end of the year. Based on what's happening with the economy so far, what does the future hold for major retail stores like Macy's? Is this an economy problem for it?
It's a little of both. You know, for Macy's and some of the others, you know, part of it is company specific, part of it's secular, the move to online. But for me, you know, look at what took place in the last earnings cycle. Who were the winners? Walmart, Costco, TJX. These are companies that cater to consumers, you know, looking for a bargain. You saw it in restaurants. Foot traffic has fallen off a cliff. In travel, Airbnb, bookings, and others, you know, saying the lead times for travel are contracting. So it's pretty clear that Americans are slowing down their discretionary purchases. The consumer is one leg of the economic stool that we've lost.